Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a match between Serral and ByuN from DreamHack Last Chance, and it's going to be on Oxide, the latter edition. Bottom left-hand corner, we have a blue Terran player. It is ByuN. And in the top right, we've got Serral, so it's Finland versus Korea here. Man, 5 years ago, if you said Finland versus Korea, the Korean player would win 99.999% of the time, but Serral changed that, right? Foreigners have a better chance to win against Korean players than they ever have before. All right, so Overlord scouting here, just to see if ByuN is proxying, and then just going to throw down a 16 hatch, 16 supply there, 16, 18, 17, a very, very standard build against both Terran and Protoss these days for Zerg. You don't have to remember very many builds if you're a Zerg player. Anyway. At least openings. Anyway, should be good. Looking forward to what we've got going on here. This was posted by DreamHack. So thanks again, DreamHack, for posting your replays. Really appreciate it. If you're watching this, probably not. I have a pretty darn small StarCraft 2 channel, it turns out. But I've been doing this for about 5 years now, almost 6. Holy smokes, my anniversary for starting my YouTube channel is coming up soon. It's like February 25th or something like that. Somewhere around there, I want to say it is. Anyway, ByuN is not making a Reaper because he's not doing that recently. He does do it sometimes. I've been casting him actually quite a bit for my live StarCraft 2 stuff out on africatv.com. But yeah, he's made a couple Reapers out there, but as far as the stuff that I've cast from DreamHack, he just skips it. He's not worried about it at all. Factory coming in from ByuN, nothing crazy there. 1-1-1ing it. It seems like at this stage of the game, he's got an expansion coming up. And yeah, there's the reactor, which we're going to swap onto the factory. Make some Hellions, pressure it out, and then we'll see what ByuN decides to do. From there, he can go mech. From there, he can go into, I don't know, Battlecruiser if he sure wants to. He can also just aim for the bio, which seems to be more common, and that is a sub-2 33rd man. Is that delaying speed? Yeah, that's delaying speed. So Serral, pretty happy with slowlings for the time being against ByuN, right? If you have slowlings, the Reaper can be a problem. But you know what? ByuN's not making one. So Serral can get away with cutting that corner. Is he even going to get speed at all? I'm realizing now. He's got the gas for it. He's going lair. Oh, no, there's speed. That's weird. What a weird time to go for that. I guess maybe he needed an Overlord and another Queen first. Either way, it's delayed. We're not going to have speedlings for a little bit. Regardless. Actually, no. Oh, misread this. We're totally just going for a drop here then. Either a double medevac or a single medevac drop with Marines. I lied. Is this Banshee? Liberator? What? ByuN, what are you doing? What is this? Oh, it is Battlecruiser. There's a fusion core coming up back here. Okay, I called that as an option anyway. It is Battlecruiser. He fooled me with that fast reactor because he's using the minerals for Marines. We're going to be like a Marine Battlecruiser style push, which I kind of love. We'll see if it works out. Roach Warren coming in, not going to be super useful against Battlecruisers. Slowlings are like, why are we able to do this? Like, what's going on? Where are the Hellions? Serral is asking, why are there not Hellions? Why is there not a Banshee or something? And the answer is because we are making a Battlecruiser. There it is. Battlecruiser on the way, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, all right. I don't know that I've seen a Zerg player die to a Battlecruiser rush in some time, especially not somebody as good as Serral is, though. They know they have to have the Queens out, right? We're going to make some safety spores here very soon, I have to imagine. Just because he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't have the vision of anything that's happening right here. So just out of the sense of we don't know what this is, having spores is going to be nice versus both Battlecruisers and drops and Banshees. So, I mean, we'll toss one down here eventually. Or some down eventually. Third CC on the way at about 440. And this is Roach Ravagering it. This is like, hey, you're doing something nuts. I'm just going to kill you. So let's go ahead and show up. The third base is going to get canceled. I really don't think there's any way of saving that. Yeah, these Marines. I guess... oh, gosh. Okay. All right. All the Marines are dead. Really not paying for themselves there at all. I think the third base has been canceled. ByuN is in a world of hurt right now. His Battlecruiser is here, but there's no save in the CC. I'm sorry. The Battlecruiser has arrived. The third base... oh, just gets killed. And the Battlecruiser has a lot of work to do. Focusing down the Roaches, focusing down the Ravagers. However, everybody's inside the house. Let the chaos continue. 10, 11, 12, 13 SCVs going down. Tank firing on some of these Roaches and Ravagers. Very nicely done. 18 SCVs die. The tank has 14 kills. How long have you even been here to have 14 kills? 15 kills. Battlecruiser's got 14 kills as well. So, I mean, they did the heavy lifting here today. Siege Tank and Battlecruiser. All right, well, yeah. See, that is a typical example of StarCraft 2 being about windows sometimes. I've talked about this a lot recently, but sometimes there are tiny little windows where somebody is super vulnerable. And Serral's had this turned on him before. There was a tournament. Is that tank going to die? Yeah. There was a tournament... I want to say last year sometime where Clem, or it was Clem versus Serral, and Serral kept going for these fast Spire timings, and Clem just realized, oh my gosh, the SCV devs here are not good. They are exceptionally bad. 31 SCVs down in the first 6 minutes. See spores. Battlecruiser jumps. But anyway, Clem basically figured out that Serral was cutting a lot of corners in army defense in order to make that Spire happen, and he would show up right at this super vulnerable time when the Spire's not quite done yet, and Serral's banking up money to make mutas, but he doesn't have any. And he just kept killing him, and it was like, oh, that's such a great play from Clem. Just recognizing that tiny window and sneaking into it. Battlecruiser, 31 total kills is pretty good for a 300 gas unit. I think it's expensive, but I feel like he's paid for himself at this point. Of course, he couldn't kill the Lings fast enough to save his SCV count. But, you know, Terran, it's a race that can lose a lot of workers and win the game anyway, although Zerg is also very capable of that. Yeah. There's a game I posted in the last couple of weeks, at least, where that was on display, where Zerg ends up losing a pretty much similar number of workers as this, like 30 workers in the first 10 minutes, and comes back anyway. So Zerg, bit of comeback potential there. Terran, definitely comeback potential by tossing down these mules. I mean, income is definitely favoring Serral, but not at a huge amount. About 900 resources per minute there, which, it's a thing. But, you know, Terran's used to being down just because their units are more cost efficient generally than the Zerg players are. So, is he just moving? Yeah, just moving into Bio from now. He's got himself additional barracks in production. 1-1 is on the way from Serral for his Lings and his Banelings. The Battlecruiser just wandering around, getting additional random kills with stuff. He's not making more than 1 BC, so he's not getting Yamato. The heck just did? Oh, a little auto turret harass. Ooh, taking down the Spore would be pretty nice. Couldn't quite do it. Could not quite do it. Battlecruiser actually might force a cancel on this hatchery. He is. He's going to force a cancel on it. The queens can't reach him from there. These queens are going to be too late. Oh, yeah, look at this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, canceled, replanted. All right, we'll take a cancel. That's reasonable. You're not going to kill it forever with this Battlecruiser. Can he get 40 kills before he dies? We'll keep an eye on him. I'm not sure if that was more auto turret shenanigans or what, but yeah, 3 more drones went down. Aspire's on the way. Not necessarily for Corruptors, I don't think. I think he recognizes it's only 1 BC. If it was more than 1 BC being produced here today, he'd see more than the 1. So he is just probably going Mutalisk, would be my guess. Mutaling, Baneling going to be the follow-up to this aggressive style opening out of ByuN. You gonna land? Oh, there's a Ling there. Ling blocking the landing of an entire command center. I mean, for the lore, right? For the realism of the game, you should just be able to squish a Zergling underneath your orbital and call it good. At least 1. I mean, feasibly, you could have 20 Zerglings under there, and the command center would crush it anyway. But if it was just 1, then murdering it, I think, would be fair. Overseer comes in for another round of scouting and says, what are we doing? Ah, a lot of barracks. Cool. We got a reactor at Starport here. Very cool, too. Battlecruiser alive. Actually came back in and got repaired. Good for you, Battlecruiser pilot. Killing a changeling. Get on out of here. Get your purple-blooded grossness away. Serral taking a 5th base along the right side. ByuN's got his 3rd base happily up and running. It's about the same income as it's been. I don't know. I don't think ByuN is particularly worried about stuff right now. I mean, obviously, he's not happy about losing all those SCVs. But yeah, the mutas are here. And the question is, where are your turrets? Well, I don't know, but we have a lot of Marines, if that counts for something. It does, but Banelings are on the way. And we're going to go Baneling Muta here, as predicted by the Falcon Paladin. By the way, you can hit that like button. Just give the algorithm more reason to promote me to other people. You can also join the channel by clicking the join button below any video. If you want to support me directly on a monthly basis through YouTube, you can do that. If you'd rather not do it through YouTube, but instead Patreon, patreon.com/FalconPaladin, and another place to go. For as little as $1 a month out there. Okay, goodbye Raven. Raven got some stuff done. That's fine. Marine tanking it? I don't know. There's a lot of Baneling here. I don't know if you even need the Mutalisks to hold this. I don't agree with ByuN's decision to move out, but at the same time, he really, really can't just allow the Zerg player to expand everywhere he wants. So this is a jump out scenario. Do you have your jump available? Yes. Excellent. Great jump out there. Did he get the 40? He's at 37. He's at 37 kills. It's just Marine tank right here. So it comes down to splits. If he can avoid taking huge Baneling hits, he's going to be fine. If he takes huge Baneling hits, he's going to have a bad time. There's no Widow Mines here, which I really worry about. Like, Widow Mines for Terran really, really help against Zerg, especially if they're going Baneling like this. So it requires you to have godlike splits, which ByuN can have godlike splits. He's covering his backside, reinforcing lines too. That's so good. Oh, Battlecruiser. Good. Marines helping him out. He's got 38 kills. Come on, 40. Can we do 40? Let's see, 40. Uh-oh, the Mutalisks are jumping on this guy. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, he gets out of there. He's got 39 kills. The slow siege forward here, pretty good. But I feel like there's going to be a bit of a wraparound play. Serral, there it is. All right, coming in from the top side, the right side, the bottom side. Banelings crashing on top of the tanks. The tanks are all dead. The Marines are stutter-stepping as well as they can, but no, it's just too much. Sometimes it just comes down to who has the most. And in this case, it was Serral. Serral ends up taking the game. ByuN, good, formidable effort there, trying to come back, trying to push this 3rd base. He got close enough to kind of fire on it, which was great, but just the absolute patience on display there from Serral to be like, we'll let you get up here. But let's get up here. But we're going to set up dudes here and here and down here and down here. And we're going to bring the Mutalisks in, and your tanks can't run because tank evacs aren't a thing. And that will be the end of the day for you. Even if you split, even if you're kiting, ran out of space over here. There was just too much coming in from all directions. And it's honestly a perfect example of the concept of... Right? Just the concept... What is going on? Oh, we're still here, apparently. Infantry armor, level 2. Completed! Somebody is still here. This is very strange. And the upgrades are still going. Oh, look! Infantry weapons! He's got 23 Marines! They're getting 2-2. Anyway, what was I saying? God, I totally lost my train of thought there. What it came down to was surrounds. Yeah, just the ability that surrounds. If you try to come at a Terran player head on, right? Just everybody comes through here. The concave of Terran units is going to be all the way back here. They're going to be firing on you. They can split away more easily. They can go here. They can go here. They can go here, right? Split and run and kite, and your Banelings are going to have a hard time chasing them. There we go. Trados finally left the game. That's who was still in. But if the banelings are coming from here as well, and coming from here as well, then you're trapped. And if you can trap a Terran in a position, and you got lings and banelings barreling on them, you're gonna be okay. I think in the long run, you're gonna be just fine. Cool stuff. I mean, that was a good game. I mean, that was just, again, finding the window. ByuN went for the fast Battlecruiser. Serral sniffed out something. He didn't have a scout on the fusion core, but he had a pretty good idea something was going on. ByuN also trying to go for a third CC at the same time, I think was a mistake. I think dedicating those 400 resources towards a third CC really left him open and vulnerable to that attack. So it was a kind of a combination of greed and trying to rush Battlecruiser without really having the defense for it. Serral crushed it, murdered all of the SCVs, called it a day. Resources lost here are about the same, which is not good if you're a Terran coming up against a Zerg player by any stretch. And yeah, income for most of the game was in Serral's side. Some of these spikes are pretty bad. 1,300 minerals or resources per minute. 1,000-ish. Yeah, rough. It is extremely, extremely rough stuff there. So great game. Like, really fantastic game there from Serral. ByuN tried to take a chance, didn't quite work out for him. And I think that's what happens for a lot of people against Serral. If you try to take chances, he can punish those. And that's why he is one of the favorites for Katowice. I mean, former world champions always are a favorite, right? Right. All right, cool stuff. So that right there is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.